Well, welcome back to our sixth and our last conversation on C.S. Lewis' book, Mere Christianity. I hope you've enjoyed this book, and I hope that it has challenged you and maybe encouraged you in your walk in faith through this Lenten season. Chapter 6, or Lesson 6, is Chapter 5. It's called The Practical Conclusion, which is exactly how it functions. And the question that Lewis wants to give us at the end of what is actually a whole book in his case is, where does all of this leave us? What is the conclusion of all of this thinking and all of these ideas? Um, he draws a distinction for us between what it means to be a believer or a disciple of Christ and what it might mean to be just a good moral person. Those are not necessarily the same thing. And he wants to make very clear what each of those things means. So pay attention to that as you're working through this chapter. Maybe try to answer that question for yourself. What would it mean for you to be a good moral person? And how might that be different from being a follower or a disciple of Christ? Then next, emphasizes for us this need that we have to stay spiritually healthy. That is to continue growing and what we call eating the right foods maybe as we go forward. But what would spiritual nutrition look like for you? Does that challenge you at all? And where might that lead you as you go forward? He encourages us to take our freedom that he claims we have because of what Jesus did. That is what he called last week in our chapter before this, the thing itself. Because of that, we have this freedom, and he encourages us to use it well. Think for yourself what that might mean. What does it mean for you to use your freedom in Christ well? Well, I hope you've enjoyed this book. For those of you who are interested, we're going to do a follow-up with some of the chapters that are later in the book Mere Christianity. And if you're interested in that, I hope you'll contact us here at the church, and we'll move forward from there. But for now, I hope Easter's coming. So a happy Easter to you all. Remember, Christ is risen. He is risen indeed.